to begin. Thank you.
Thank you, agriinformation.com. It is a nice opportunity that you have given me to share some of the issues. The time is just half an hour, so I'll make my statement and then maybe exactly now it is 5 by my watch, and then by 5:30 I should be ending it, and then I'll open it for discussion. See, now I will raise two questions before we start this session. Whether extension or a non-formal education or an intervention, a technology intervention is required, or the farmers can earn the income themselves. See, that means just by sending someone to school, on building a school building, you don't achieve anything. You require teachers. So these teachers are all extension workers who are going to transfer the technology through the FPOs or through the various schemes, the RKVY, okay, the Agri Infrastructure Fund, the Bharat Unnat Abhiyan, okay, then Swavalamban Bharat, and so on and so forth. So therefore, extension efforts are also going to increase the income. And today, well, let me take you to an econometric approach. I think most of these references are coming from Dr. Gulati and et al. They published a book called as What is the Role of this Extension? They have tried to quantify in about 4 or 5 states, a study has been done. And then they try to tell you that, if you give more investments in agriculture extension, and if you give more investments in research and development, obviously the total factor productivity is going to increase, or it's going to be very high, and you get a definitely an increased GDP. So very quickly we go, that's my address, and then already she has shared you my mobile number and my email number. You can always get in touch with me. I am a principal scientist working at the IIHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research. I have 32 years of experience. I am basically a BSc AG, MSc AG, PhD, MBA guy. Okay, I became professor about 12 years back. So I belong to the ARS 1990 batch. Just like IAS, we have also got batches. I belong to the 1990 batch. Very quickly, I've been teaching PGDMA at NAM for 20 years. Then I'm a national facilitator at Manage. Okay, I teach PhD and MSc students. So I'm in both training, research, and extension. I started my career as a long way back as an agriculture officer in Gulbarga in 1995, and then I became a Grameen Bank manager and a Vijaya Bank field officer, and later came into the ARS system. My first posting was at IHR here itself, and then later on I went to do PhD at IRA for 2 years, 96 to 98, and became senior scientist in 2000. And from 2000 to 2020, I was at NARM, Hyderabad. I was training the agriculture scientists of this country. And 2008, I became a professor, and I had my MBA between 2004 to 2006. Anyway, very quickly, see, the target was 4% growth in agriculture. I'm just giving you the latest figures, but the agri GDP is growing at 3.7%. So the target now is to double the farmers' income by 2022-23 in real terms. See, not in absolute terms, and you should not take inflation and then the net present value of money and so on and so forth. So obviously agriculture must grow very fast. So now I am going to today quantify the role of agriculture extension, that too public agriculture extension. And I'll best be giving you an example of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, which are among the best performers. And Punjab has been a high performer only during the Green Revolution era because they don't diversify. They are only into wheat and paddy, and then not much total factor productivity coming. And then the agri extension services as a whole, whether it has impact or not. These are some of the questions we are asking for today. And then, a decentralized participatory and a demand-driven approach has to be followed in agriculture extension. Today, it is all the Jamana of farmer-producer organization. And then, we have the startups, we have got the unicorn, you have got the Sunicorn. And all these issues are coming up, especially in the Swavalamban Bharat, Bharat Unnat Abhiyan, Agri Infrastructure Fund, and so on and so forth. So now, then what sort of agri extension investment models we have to adopt with the latest technologies? Are we going to go with the Green Revolution training and visit system model, or are we going with the Atma approach or the SREP strategic research extension plan approach? So now in the agriculture extension independently played an important role in high growth rate states. So now we'll try to quantify what role the extension plays in these high growth states. I'll be giving you the example of Madhya Pradesh, and see, Punjab is not growing. See, it may be, you might have got a new chief minister today. That's a different issue. But as on date, Madhya Pradesh is growing and Uttar Pradesh is growing very much. Not that I like some CM or something. I'll give you the figures. And we'll try to, in the end, emulate some of these practices to have a tangible impact on the agri GDP growth rates. Okay, very quickly we'll go. See, we are supposed to spend about 2% of the GDP on agri extension and research and all that. But right now we are spending only 0.7%. So a lot of the investments are going only towards crop husbandry and definitely not coming into the animal husbandry sector, fishery sector, where the total factor productivity is very high. So 92% of even this expenditure related to crops. So 0.9% is allocated to animal husbandry and dairy, very, very minuscule things. And then obviously, we are not, see why the whole hangama of 1 year strike they did and the new farm bills came and then it was withdrawn. It is, simply growing wheat and rice. I am not here to comment it's good or bad, but, when there is not much diversity, it is only a traditional food security system which operates for the National Food Security Mission and not for the marketed extension, and you don't grow. So now I will be giving you the very high growth rates coming in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh, obviously because of the various leadership which has been there. I am not going into the political party's name, you already know. And then we have actually tried to quantify this with the OLS and Engel-Granger test of co-integration, where we take a time series data of about 5 to 10 years of data, and then we are going to work out what is the R-square values or what is the residual values of agriculture extension services to the GDP growth. So that is how this whole talk is structured for 5:30. So, and then we'll be in the end designing and implementing the innovation networks. So obviously today it's all digital platforms, mobile platforms, 5G networks. The issue is to have a free two-way flow of ideas, and we are not here to force anybody to grow rice and wheat or ask questions why you are growing it. We are not telling you go through the APMC. Nothing we are saying. We are not becoming any very recommendational here. We are not going to be an advisory service, but we are going to become a facilitatory service. So obviously, I'll tell you how this quantification has been done. And look at this agriculture training and expenditure. Very importantly, there is the R&D, research and extension training expenditure. It is not, see this blue one is the slight increase, it is slight increase, whereas the research and that means even agriculture research and agriculture education, this amounts to that private colleges, BSAGs and all, there the investments are high. But just in the extension, it is a very, very minimal increase. We will show you how it is going to give the impact. See now, right up to 2015, the public expenditure, not much as a percentage of GDP. I told you it should be around 2%, but from 0.32% in 1917 to 2015, 0.54%. Now this study is the impact of the past 5-6 years. We have taken this time series data in million rupees. In real terms, the slightly increase is there in the expenditure, but in terms of percentage, it is not increasing. See now, very quickly we'll go the agriculture extension and training as a percentage of GDP. Just see this graph. It is almost parallel to the x-axis and very slight increases between 2012 to 13 when the actually the transition was taking place between the UPA and the NDA government which came. So now the agriculture R&D intensity statement, see Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh spend maximum money for research and extension as compared to Tripura or as compared to other states. But now we will see whether the expenditure is really giving us the revenues, the extension system as a whole. We'll quickly go. And even sector-wise allocation, I have already told you, 70% goes for the agriculture, the crops, especially paddy, wheat and all that. 10% for animal husbandry, fisheries, just hardly 3%, and another general, goat, sheep and all, they occupy about 17%. So there is actually a skewed distribution of allocation of funds for these various sectors in agriculture extension. And the percentage of the gross value, when it's put, cereals take away a lot of money, followed by pulses, fruits and vegetables. Today, you may be aghast, the horticulture production is about 328 million metric tons, and then agri production is just about 300 plus million tons. That means the horticulture, although the investments in extension was less, but it has outsmarted the agriculture production in terms of the total production. But now, the missing link is the value addition, the supply chains and the value chain, especially in horticulture. Everything cannot be consumed fresh. You will have to convert it into some sort of value-added product, especially dragon fruit, avocado, all these things. You'll have to come out with processed products, and not just the mango jams and jelly. We have come out with chocolate, especially in IIHR. The jackfruit, the seeds are being used as a supplement in chocolates. And then we have got a mushroom unit where, a simple tower costing around 3 lakhs, you can just keep changing the paddy straw, then put it, and coming out of various technologies. See, now sector-wise composition, when you take about 10 years of data, see now, I told you food grains have occupied, there the investment is slightly, from negative, it has become positive. Whereas in the other sectors, livestock, it is growing actually. It has become 2.2%. The growth is very good in livestock and fishery sector. Okay, in the oilseed sector, we are still on the imports, and fruits and vegetables, we have really done a good job. So what I wish to say is horticulture, livestock and fishery, our total factor productivity is high, and the returns on investment to extension is really good. So you have to put more money in extension here. So very quickly we'll go, what are the extensions? See, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states have been studied. I'll tell you how the extension system has given the various contributions, especially in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, okay, and this is Bihar, Odisha and Gujarat. See, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh are very high performing states, okay, whereas Punjab is not performing so much because of the non-diversification, just going with paddy and wheat. Okay, so now the agriculture extension expenditure, I told you, it is not increasing so much when you take here. But whereas the research and extension, research and education is increased. Did you get it here? We have got 3 components, the teaching, research and extension. Teaching and research, a lot of money is coming. You see, that is increasing. Just see the graph here. But whereas this dark blue is the extension, not much money coming into the first line extension, front line extension, extension education, or the regular extension. So more or less the expenditure, this is in Gujarat, but the returns on even this small minuscule amount is giving very high returns. So this is another case in Madhya Pradesh where, the dark blue, slightly there are increased investments in extension. Just see it. This is apart from the research and education, the BSc courses and so on. So now in Punjab, look at this. Absolutely, there is no investment in either extension, but there is a lot of even investments in research and education is increased. That means the more number of universities, more number of private colleges coming, but very less money given to extension because they don't want to diversify. It's only rice and wheat. So already that extension is saturated. See, extension is a non-formal system of education where, you have to give continuous upskilling, reskilling and enskilling people. But when it's only rice and wheat, what is the new thing you are going to train? So therefore, not much money spent in Punjab. But in case of Uttar Pradesh, fantastic. Look at this blue here. They are increasing the investments in extension per se and the total factor productivity. So even they are also increasing in research and education. Okay, and then the returns are also high. I'll be showing you in the next. Even Bihar is very good. I think Bihar is one state. Look at this dark blue. They're continuously increasing the expenditure on public extension. And they've also realized the profits. See, don't think this is the old Bihar. This is the new Bihar. The wheat productivity is one of the among the highest. So definitely the contribution of extension per se is very, very high in Bihar. I'll be showing you the next graph. Have a look at this. When I compare the table for the 6 states, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha and Bihar. Okay, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh is giving very high returns. Look at the CAGR. The national average is 7.6%. Madhya Pradesh comes with 13.6%. In fact, the Punjab has fallen down because just rice and wheat. And look at Uttar Pradesh with 8.8%. See, come on, these figures are all computed figures and there is no hera-fairy here. See, I may like a leader or I may not like a leader, but these are the facts and figures which are occurring, and thanks to agriinformation.com who have given me this opportunity. So Gujarat is still very good at 2.05%. I think Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh have outperformed. Odisha is going negative. And in fact, in Punjab, it has fallen down. So the reasons of sticking just to rice and wheat, this is the outcome. I don't want to go further into it because that is not the topic, because I've already covered it in some other seminar. So now you see all this this 3 stars, 2 stars and all that. See, wherever, the extension per se has been given very good results in Madhya Pradesh. It's a 3-star, even, very high growth, 0.11, okay? 11% growth it shows here. See, the research and education is also giving, but extension is also giving you a lot of results. I told you it is giving very good results in Uttar Pradesh. It gives good results in Bihar, okay? And it is giving good results in Madhya Pradesh. See, whereas, even irrigation has got a lot of impact. See, irrigation has got impact in Odisha. Okay, then, for example, the livestock sector is doing very, very well in Uttar Pradesh. See, in spite of putting you all those spent cows on the road and, there's a ban on killing of cows and all that, but still the livestock sector, especially Makhdum and all the goat farming and all is very fantastic in Uttar Pradesh, I should say. So therefore, what I wish to say is diversification is the key. And of course, Odisha is concentrating more on horticulture. And, the concept when we compute these whole figures, see, there should be a return on this after the investment. Otherwise, nobody is going to invest, without marketing. See, just like, when a new cell phone is launched, spend a lot of money on marketing. So similarly, when you spend more money in extension, you get very good returns. And the CAGR and all the compounded annual growth rate is a testimony to this fact. So now, look at some of the, other countries. See, India, both, total expenditure and, the light blue is total expenditure in 2015 and the dark blue is the total expenditure in 2002. So in real terms, the investment in agricultural knowledge and innovation as a percentage of the value of production, it is not increased both in case of India, but whereas in case of China, it has increased. But look at the other countries like Brazil, South Africa and all that. Actually, the initial investments are very high in extension. Later on, the investments have decreased. This is because they want to establish a very good extension system at the field level, which will give the educational efforts and further the compounded annual growth rate and the return on an investment is going to take place. Even USA, similar pattern, but we are more or less, we have tried to be stagnant. So therefore, what I wish to say is, very quickly, I am going to conclude. I'll be opening more for discussion. Of course, I still have about 10, 11 minutes time. See, the econometric analysis which was done says that there's a positive and significant effect of agriculture, research and education, and also extension on the agriculture GDP in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and Madhya Pradesh. Definitely Punjab, I told you, it is declined. This is what. Then the high value agriculture. So what is high value agriculture? We talk in terms of horticulture and all that. For example, dragon fruit, it is a cactus type of a plant. It comes in very hard areas, it's a dry land crop. So, but if you do a little bit of processing, avocados, all these things are very high value agriculture. Today, we talk of aquaponics, we talk of soilless cultivation, we talk of polyhouse cultivation, we talk of soilless cultivation. So around 5.7%. And then, the growth, the gross value of the agriculture between this 26.3% has been contributed by livestock, 15.4% only by food grains, and 14% by fruits. So now the contribution is there, but the agriculture extension service for high value sectors remain weak and disorganized. See, that means, you are only investing where you are already got results. So this is a very lopsided and a skewed investment pattern. So I think the governments will take note of some of these issues and try to put money where definitely there is more total factor productivity. This is what we want to do. And especially agriculture extension services with the Agri Infrastructure Fund, the Bharat Unnat Abhiyan, the FPOs, the startups, especially Bengaluru is a startup hub. Today, you've got a lot of IoT services in agriculture. You've got the value added services, you have processing units, you name it, you have it in horticulture and agriculture, and you should not concentrate simply on the production, but I am telling you more on the supply chain, value chain, logistics, and these sort of things have to be emphasized through the agriculture extension services. And definitely IIHR, where I work, we are going in a very big way with the FPOs, which are all companies by the Companies Act. Okay, see, no longer cooperatives. See, all those old models are gone. Today, it is the startup model, it's a unicorn, it's a sunicorn. See, with about 1 billion. See, people are coming like that. Especially in Bangalore and all that, They have integrated IT, IoT, horticulture, agriculture, and they're exporting it. You name anything, you get a very beautifully packed product. So that is how agriculture extension is today going. We talk about the BPD, the Business and Development Planning Unit. We have a startup culture. Okay, we work with the CEO here. We have nurtured so many startups, and these are some of the areas where the money has to be put. And even the NGO-led extension models offer more far variety and sensitivity, local priorities and conditions. See, one thing, gentlemen, see, when you invest money in extension, you have to get it back. See, these are not the green revolution extension where, your self-sufficiency at food, although today with 300 plus million tons in agriculture, 328 million tons in horticulture, around 80 million tons goes into the National Food Security Mission in our FCI Gordons. And obviously many things are rotted. I don't want to tell the bad picture of that, and let me be very rosy in this particular presentation. And most of these questions will be coming up in the discussion mode. So there are a large number of players in agriculture extension arena, okay, without any standards or certification of quality. So I think we require qualified extension services. Manage is doing a very good job. So they have been certifying many of these extension workers. They have developed the para extension professionals. They have made DESI program. They have tried to convert input dealers into the agri extension agents, and they run a PGDIM program. I'm one of the national facilitators and teachers for them, postgraduate diploma in agri extension management, trying to teach them extension management and so on and so forth. So accountability has to be set, and majority of the farmers are not in a position to pursue legal remedies. See, when extension gives you a wrong advice and when you undergo loss, there is no remedy. You cannot go to the consumer court. Even if you go, it takes a hell of a lot of time and all that. So therefore, gentlemen, very quickly, I'll be concluding the talk. I think it's almost getting 5:25 by my watch. I'll just see my watch. I think this Dhanlakshmi's watch maybe. Yeah, it is 17:20. I have 8 more minutes. Yeah, I'm just here. So now, look at this particular figure. See, these are all the infrastructure and, crop insurance. These are all schemes. National Farm Market. We have the ENAM. We have the value addition. We have the warehouses. You have a soil health card scheme, irrigation, agri and allied. All are the strategies. But who should take this particular agriculture knowledge to the farmers, the FPOs, the startups and unicorns and sunicorns? This is all done by the extension system. Today's extension is not the outdated green revolution training and visit extension. They were all 50 years back. When I was a student of extension and I used to study those things. Today, I myself teach all the PGDM program. I'm a national facilitator at Manage. I come in agri information com, and I talk about the new farm bills. Diversification is the key. Upskill, unskill, reskill is the key. Continuous updation of knowledge. And going with the market, very important. See, today in Bengaluru, they don't produce any bullshit if the market is not there. Nobody is going to waste. See, for them, time and money, both are resources. Don't think that only money is a resource. Who told? Time. See, nobody will even talk to you. If they feel that by talking to Mr. X, their time is wasted, they don't talk. They'll say, what will I get? What is the value addition I get? Will I get any money? Will I get any income? People are selfish and they should be selfish. Extension system today is a very selfish. We should be selfish. We should look at the productivity. You should look at the business model. You should look at the value chain. You should look at the break-even points. Otherwise, why do you talk? Why do you waste your time? Taking very costly diesel, petrol, and then going into all the villages and talking all rubbish and showing some 2-3 cinemas to the farmers, that doesn't serve the purpose. So therefore, gentlemen, my conclusions are very simple. The doubling of real income will take place only through the proper implementation of the appropriate strategies. For this, obviously, extension is required. The public research and development institutions should be supported to develop capacity in areas of technology such as biotechnology, which appear to have great potential. Here also, extension is there. We have got a BioNest. We have got a BIRAC incubator. I think you already know about the incubators, the TBI, technology business incubators, and so on and so forth. Wherever you are going to get, especially biofortification of crops, biofortification of juices. You have drank Yakult. You have drank, IIHR has come out of the probiotic pomegranate juice. So all these are getting marketed. For this, you have to write a DPR. That's what we keep doing. The detailed project report, we handhold them, and then, we bring the angel investors, put them on the startups, put it on a pilot scale and then upscale them. So farming is today, gentlemen, a skilled profession, and people could be skilled and motivated through various skill development programs of the government. Already I told you about Agri Infrastructure Fund, the Bharat Unnat Abhiyan, upskill, reskill, M-skill, and continuous learning. Continuous learning is nothing but extension. We say it's a non-formal systematic education. I used to tell my students in the last class, I told, see, extension does not teach you what to think. Extension only teaches you how to think. Please understand. We are not going to teach our children what to think. They may think of a stone, they may think of religion, they may think of any damn thing. Our job is only to tell the next generation how to think, how to arrive at a solution, how to arrive at a problem solution tree. This is all extension does, a facilitated job. Already the returns on the investment to extension I've already showed you with various figures. I sincerely thank, my time is up. Okay, so sincerely thank Agri Information for giving me this opportunity. So believe it, gentlemen, my take-home lesson, lucrative avenues can be created for those who want to leave agriculture and incentives and skills, those who want to enter and continue the occupation. Who told there is no money in agriculture? Who told there is no money in horticulture? It's all your miscalculation, misfortune. I am telling you, as an extension scientist and an extension worker, lot of value addition opportunity. Every year I conduct 2 programs. Okay, value addition opportunities in horticulture. Extension New Vistas, extension of horticulture technology. This is what I've been running these courses for 3-4 years, and many of my publications are become manuals. You can find it on the Manage website. You can find it on the IIHR website as well. So thank you, gentlemen. I think Rajni Jain, ma'am, thank you. So nice. I see her there. So, okay, one last take-home message I wish to tell, although the 30 minutes is more than enough to drive home a point. Extension, please, you can note down or write it down. Extension is a non-formal system of education. It is something like marketing and branding. Without marketing and branding, no supply chain and no value chain can exist. So extension does this job. Second thing is, extension is more about value addition and tapping the opportunities, not simply about production. Today in extension, we don't talk about only 328 million tons and 300 plus million tons in horticulture. We don't even talk about the NFSM. Okay, you have got food and self-sufficiency, but where is the income? Where is the value chain? Where is the opportunity? Where is the break-even? Where is the startup? Where is this unicorn? Where is the unicorn? This is what we've been asking. How are you going to integrate IoT with a mobile app? I told you, Arka Vyapar, we have a mobile app here. I did tell you in the last seminar too. So like that, integrating the opportunities is the key, gentlemen. Okay, that is all about extension. Extension is not a farm and home visit, which we were doing 50 years back. If you give 4 or 5 samosas to 5 farmers, it does not qualify to become an extension. Today, it is high-tech extension. It is high-value extension. It is branded extension. It is startup extension. It is unicorn extension. It is unicorn extension. Okay, you can add a baby corn. There's no baby corn extension. Okay, these are my words. So thank you, Rajni Jain and information.com. I finished my thing. I'll be stop sharing the screen, and then it's open for discussion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your detailed presentation and talk. I will take up the questions from participants now. Okay.
Yeah, you can just tell the name of the participants. I'll take the question. Thank you.
Sir, a few participants, they don't mention their names.
Okay, no issue. No.
Okay.
Yeah, Rajini, you can only tell. Okay.
So
right.
Wherever it is mentioned, I'll mention them.
Okay, Rajini ma'am. Okay.
Okay. I'll take up the first question, sir. Do you think in UP it is due to the Gangetic plain that agriculture output is high and not necessarily due to extension?
No, come on. See, it is something like after hearing Ramayana, you're now asking what is the relationship between Sita and Rama. See, I showed you figures. See, I am not just trying to, tell you some lullabies over here. See, the facts and figures, they have done econometric model. They have studied the R&D expenditure in extension in these 6 states. That's how I am showing you those quantified figures. See, otherwise, I am not a politician to simply say that extension gives a lot of results. It is giving results. That's why the total factor productivity, the returns on investments, okay, the cost benefit, all are there. If you want to, they can get back to me. I will give them that book. I will share that book with you so that you can give away that Dr. Gulati's book. It's with me. You have all the figures there. I will give it to you, Rajni ma'am. You just give it to them.
Okay. No, so we will share your contact details. Participants will
participants can get with me. Okay. I will, if they give me their numbers of WhatsApp, I will share that book also. where many of my talks has come out from the book. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
The next question is, what exactly is public extension in agriculture?
See, now public extension in agriculture is all these agriculture departments, horticulture departments, fishery department, which are funded by the state government or the central government. For example, ICR is a research and education and extension unit. It is of the central government, where, for example, I work in IIHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture. It's called the ICAR-IIHR. It is the public research and extension system. Similarly, you have the state agriculture universities in all the states. For example, University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore. It is a state-funded agriculture research extension education system. Similarly, okay, the power has gone and the link may be cut off. It's all right. So similarly, you have got the state departments of agriculture, which are funded by the local state governments. Did you understand? This is how, and we have got the NGO system, which are all private funded, and we have got many private players like Coromandel and all that. They are also extension systems. So all of them exist in parallel. Yeah, the Krishi Vigyan Kendra, again funded by the ICAR, is another public extension system.
Okay, I'll take up the next question, sir. If horticulture production is almost equal to agriculture production, what are some larger implications for the country?
See, the larger implication of the country is going into nutritive sensitive agriculture and horticulture, where you can get your biofortified vitamins and all the things, and you can eat well with good roughages, vegetables, fruits and all that. But value addition is a weak link. I've already told you this one. So therefore, see, horticulture production, the yields, it requires lesser land as compared to agriculture production like paddy and wheat. See, with lesser area, even on hilly areas, D, C class lands, we can grow horticulture. That's how we have come out with 328 million. The implication is to go for export, to go for high value added crops and value addition. This is a fantastic opportunity in horticulture, and people should tap this one, and the extension more focus should have. But unfortunately, they are not giving more money in horticulture extension. They are giving more money in paddy extension and wheat extension and Punjab extension. Thank you.
Okay. The next question is from one of our participants, Mr. Venkateshappa HV. Is asking agriculture and or horticulture universities and government departments are not visiting farmers in their fields. They stick to tables and classrooms.
No. See, now we have got the extension has got a 3-tier system. See, the universities of horticulture and agriculture are here to give research and education, not to visit this Venkateshappa field. The local horticulture department, the Krishi Vigyan Kendra should visit, not the university people. University people, then and there we will come and visit for research and feedback and technology assessment and refinement. But otherwise, our job is not to visit Mr. Venkateshappa. That job is of the State Department of Agriculture, State Department of Horticulture, Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Thank you.
Okay. Sir, again, there is one more question from Mr. Venkateshappa HV. He's asking, most of the farmers are either less educated or nil educated. How can their income double?
See, now the farmers' knowledge alone is not enough. You have to form an FPO, Farmers Producer Organization. You have to come out with a startup. See, my own seminar is there on April 30th. I'll be sending you the invitation. You can link up. That's called Startup Culture in Horticulture. It's a 3-day online course. I think it is free of cost. I can get you guys nominated. See, you cannot simply cook at home and do it. See, today you have to bring all the talents together and upscale it. You have to go as a business. You cannot simply produce and say that production alone will not give you income. Only value addition, supply chain and value chain will give you income. So kindly tell Mr. Venkateshappa that they have to organize themselves into self-help groups, the commodity interest group, the women interest groups, and then form an FPO and then take it ahead as a startup. Otherwise, they cannot get income.
Okay, fine, sir. He's listening to you. I will take up the next question, sir. Do you think FPOs and startups are the future engines of agriculture on the same scale as Green Revolution?
Obviously, you in fact have told the answer, and I'm only giving masala to your answer. Without FPOs, without startup, without business model, without break-even point, without cost and benefit ratio, without all these business models, kindly don't do any agriculture and farming. See, that is of no value. It is something like you become a B.Tech engineering. You don't know Java, you don't know Bava, you don't know software, you do not know how to make a mobile app, you do not know how to do coding, you do not know how to take a Chicago flight. What software engineer you are? You cannot make a house in Bangalore, you cannot earn income. See, knowledge is for application. Knowledge is not for simply knowledge sake and, chanting Rama, Rama, Rama 1,000 times, you don't get anything. That's what great Shankaracharya told. Samprapte sannite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karna. Simply by having knowledge and doing agriculture, simply like a donkey, you don't get anything. You have to organize yourself as a business. You see, a small pawn shop, a small BD shop, and a small idli shop is having a business model. But unfortunately, our farmers are not thinking on these lines. Therefore, it is our duty to train them in this startup culture, in this FPO culture, and then bringing a business model into the whole domain of horticulture and agriculture. Thank you.
Okay. Sir, before I read the next question, I just wanted to read a comment from one of our members, sir.
Okay.
It's posted, excellent talk with a refreshing free flow of thoughts. Thank you for coming here and sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. In fact, your kudos and your appreciation will go a long way. I will become more energized. I am 59 years old. Okay, still I will become 25 years younger and try to contribute. I sincerely thank Rajni Jain and all this Agri Information Com, Dhanalakshmi ji, then Pravina, Kotakota, all them, they were excellent organization. Kindly keep calling, See, it is not simply about sharing something available in Google. See, today a scholar, an agriculture scholar, an agriculture professor, or a scientist, or a farmer, we have to have such interaction meetings and trash out the issue. See, you are supposed to, you are supposed to mine gold from mud. Everything looks, even in the gold mine, and you will get only mud, but you have to remove that mud portion and extract gold out of it. That is all about startup horticulture. That's all about value addition, supply chain, and cost benefit ratio. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'll move on to the next question, sir. If you are asked to suggest 2 to 3 big policy changes for revamping extension in India, what would you put on this list?
See, now, today, extension is a free commodity. I'm very deceived. Mostly we target our small and marginal farmers. And, today we don't have paid extension. See, suppose when you come out of the business model, see, don't you strike? See, even a small plot of 30, 40, when you sell it, there is a commission agent, there is a broker who gets some money. But the extension agents, see, suppose, if it is a paid extension service, we are giving free only. See, even today, many of our business models, our DPRs, you go up to the startup site, you will get all the pro forma, how to, Skill India program, all those things are there. But the one change in extension is you have to be problem solution oriented and not Bhagavad Gita oriented. You cannot teach extension as if it is Bhagavad Gita and giving a set of recommendations. No. That is all called as, a teaching extension. That is called advisory extension. Today, there is no advisory extension. You show me the problem, I will write a DPR for you, I will make a FPO for you, I will do it. See, I've been going to Nagaland and then, servicing many of these people on a consultancy basis. Today, it's all consultative extension and not just preaching extension. That preaching extension is no longer there. Today, it is all consultative, partnership extension. It is coming on a PPP mode, public-private partnership convergence. Until you do that, and you treat extension agents as one of your partners, simply by giving simple advices, the sun rises in the east, you become very good, don't drink alcohol, you put more fertilizer, that will have no use. Every recommendation should be giving me value. See, suppose, I'll give an example. You go to an idli shop. See, he has a business model. He knows how many idlis to produce per day, what sort of chutney has to be there. And if the chutney rots for every 2 hours, he has got another model to prepare fresh chutney. See, all these are business models. But unfortunately, farmer, he will produce, he will throw it on the road and he says, there are no buyers. See, who asked you not to contact you? But many of the mobile apps were developed in IIHR, like Arka Vyapar and so on. We want you to directly find your customer. We want to directly market it. Don't go with middlemen. You do some sort of processing. You do some sort of value addition. See, if you produce milk, but by converting into tea, what is the cost of 1 cup of tea? Minimum 10 rupees. You will get 1 liter of milk for 20 rupees in village. That means a cup of tea where the milk portion is not even 2 rupees. Because of the value addition and preparing hot tea, you get 10 rupees. You take the carton juice, 20 rupees. 20 rupees is spent. Now only 2 rupees is spent. 18 rupees is the value addition. Please, why don't our farmers also think on these lines and, come out with small value added products? Otherwise, you will not simply by producing, it is something like, a mother will produce 10 children. But if she cannot make 10 IAS officers or 10 scientists out of that, what is the use of her producing children? I feel it's a waste of time. Thank you.
Okay. I'll take up the next question, sir. How to attract motivated young people into extension? They all want to get bank, government, and research careers.
See, now, let me tell you, the extension will be attracted only when you do startups and a percentage is fixed for the extension system. So suppose, although I get a fat salary, but, I get a lot of money from consultancy, from guest lectures, and, I'm a very sought after person in India today. I'm not boasting about myself. Of course, Agri Information is one among them, and thanks for Rajani Jain and all your team to call me. So you have to create a value for yourself. See, if you help about 10 FPOs and 10 farmers and 10 startups to make money, and if you even charge a 0.001% of that, you can become rich. But that moment is not coming. See, today, people, there are so many thousands of software companies in startups in Bangalore. Small companies in one room, they are developing some software. They are giving value-added services. Until and unless extension gives value-added services, you cannot make money. That's why they are dependent on some government job. Even a small clerical job is enough. But today, extension is a sought-after, high-value job. High-value job for only those who are intelligent, not for the lazy fellows. If VK Rao can generate his own lectures, he can generate his own videos and all that. Why not the other fellows? That means he does not have brains. So we can't help such people. Thank you.
Okay. The next question is, what are some ways IIHR is implementing projects in line with your ideas on extension?
See, for example, IIHR has got a BPD, Business Planning Development. We've got a best start where we train all the startups. We write their detailed project report. We've got a BIRAC nest, okay? So we bring biotechnology innovations. We have trained around, we have about 300 technologies, and then we have handholded more than 300 entrepreneurs in horticulture, and many of them are doing successfully well. And recently, one of that hortipreneur, he got a best startup award. He's going to become an unicorn. So this is what IIHR is doing. IIHR is not only producing technologies, it is having an outreach program, taking the technologies outside, okay, and commercializing the technologies, adding value to that, and then seeing that some of these are mass produced. And, especially our Arca Microbial Consortia, our jackfruit products, okay, our post-harvest engineering product. We have come out with an Arca tricycle, which works on the solar and, solar-powered cycle. It can keep vegetables and fruits fresh for about a week. So all these sort of technologies are put into place, and the extension is going in this way. I told you, it is not an advisory extension. Today, it's a facilitating extension. It's a business model. It's a business-oriented model type of extension. Today, we don't give advices. If somebody comes and wastes my time for half an hour, I say, why are you wasting my time? I could have given it to some other entrepreneur or a entrepreneur who could have really made business out of it. So that's where today's extension is about a hortipreneurship. It's about a startup culture in extension in horticulture. Thank you.
Okay, we have one last question, sir. Do you think in embracing FPO, we have basically admitted the socialist idea of small farm is no longer working?
No. I think here a little bit of confusion we have. See, large farm or small farm is not the issue. See, somebody will aggregate it, and see, let me give an example. Suppose, you are a small farmer growing dragon fruit. You will have about, let us say, about 100 kgs. Another fellow will have 200. We will aggregate all that. But the missing link is value addition. How do you convert to value-added products? How do you pack it? How do you post-harvest technology? How do you put it in the big supermarkets? Especially, how do you market it through India Mart, through Swiggy, through Zomato, or through Super Daily? So many things, big basket. So this marketing, you'll have to think. Otherwise, your dragon fruit will be lost. See, today a dragon fruit, you cannot get less than 250 rupees a kilo. See, even mango marketing. See, now the mango season will come in under 2 months. neatly packing 5 kilo boxes. Okay, make it online. People can click and buy it. See, who will go to the market and buy? They're all outdated things. Today, 90% of my purchases are all on Amazon, Big Basket, Super Daily. And three fellows at home, me, my daughter and my wife, everybody booking online. It can be even Holika, Puran or Puran Polia, whatever it is. Everything is coming online. Nobody goes to the shop. So I think this sort of culture should also come here. Forget all those mandis and all. They are all for namesake. But majority, 99% should go on online marketing, and you should be able to tap long distance market right from here to Delhi, to Calcutta, to Mumbai. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we would like to thank Dr. V.K. Jayaraghavendra Rao for the talk and for answering the questions in detail. I'd like to also thank all the participants in this meeting. This meeting will now be closed.